Vic Greenwood's in there. Have a pretty nice size field here. That processor running about 56C. It bounces up to about 62 once in a while. Not too bad, is it?
Nope.
Good. Last night it got up to 73. But it was hot in this room. I had the door shut, and I should have never shut the door. Yep, got up to 73C. I thought, oh man. Fans were wide ass open. Now, let me ask you something. Can I go back in that BIOS and set it back to default?
Yep. If you look around, usually when you get into BIOS at the very bottom of the page, it usually has a low default settings.
Okay, yeah, F5 I think it had on it just for default. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the default. I mean, it's running all right, but I'm, you know, then again, why mess with it if it's not broken?
I do it because it's fun.
Well, I know, but I don't know enough about it, Scuba. You know, I'm not like you, man. I don't know enough about it. And I know, how am I going to learn if I don't try it, right?
I don't know anything. I just know I turn it up. Turn it up and burn it up.
Well, I read again this morning, a guy, he's running a 4790K, 4.8 gigahertz. He tried 4.9 and he got the blue screen, so he went back down to 4.8. He's been running it that way for, what did he say? 2.5 years? Something like that. 2.5 years. Been running flawlessly. And I thought, wow. I don't really care to get 4.8, but I wouldn't mind getting 4.5 or 4.6, you know. But anyhow. Oh, okay, well, I might do that. I might just put it back to the default. Hell, it was running good there. Why mess with it, you know? But it is running pretty good right now. They had a thing on there. It was called Auto Tune. And I clicked on that and it did something. It auto tuned everything, and then that's where it's set at right now, and it's actually running pretty damn good. I don't know what that did, but
Google it. Google your motherboard, Asus, and the word auto tune, and see what it tells you. 6 minutes to breakfast.
Just wanted to check this and see how the broadcast is going to look. Actually running, boy, it's running really good. I noticed I turned up my graphics card, you know, I clocked it up. And boy, that took a hell of a load off the CPU. Would it?
I would have spit. I guess if that's what you did, and it did it.
Yeah, it seemed like it took a hell of a load off. Because boy, I'll tell you what, there was a couple of times I was running up around the 80% mark, 85%. A couple times it jumped up to, you know, of using the CPU. Well, after I clocked it up, hell, it jumped down to about 60. Right now it's running about 51%. It looks great, man. It's really good. I just don't know what the broadcast looks like on YouTube, but I'll find out when it's done. I'll let them get going green here and see what happens. And Robert last night, even though they were running GOTS, and I don't know, there were some server issues or something last night because he got kicked out of the room and he couldn't get back in. Or somebody else dropped, a couple people dropped out. It was kind of a little bit glitchy last night. And man, I don't know what was going on. Really weird.
Well, let me go get breakfast handled here, and I'll be right back.
And for